Hi guys, and welcome to yet another very exciting video tutorial of Adobe Audition. And in this tutorial we will talk about applying effects from the effect menu and from the effect track down here, and what's the difference between them. I brought audio track into my Adobe Audition software, and I've reduced its volume a lot, and there are a couple of ways to increasing its volume now. One is the slider of volume adjustment or decibel adjustment or amplitude adjustment, whatever you call it. I've done a whole tutorial video on this and how you can use it, but we are not gonna increase our voice with this. I'm just gonna play the audio level in here, and you can check at which decibel level that this audio reaches, and then we're gonna apply effects to increase its volume. Okay, I'm going to play it now. As you can see, it is about -21 and little bit maybe upper and lower range of it. Okay, so now let's increase its volume by going to effects and coming to amplitude and compression, and to increase its volume we're gonna apply the amplify effect on it. Now why I'm applying this amplify effect? Because it can be visually very easily seen that this effect is applied here. Now these left and right means if you have a stereo audio, in this case it is, because it's left and right, two waves in here, not mono, then one corresponds to the left speaker and one corresponds to the right speaker. For unknown reason, if you want to increase the sound of only the left speaker, want to decrease the sound of the right speaker, you can do that by unlinking them. But if you link them, both of them would be increase and decrease their volume together. So let's increase their volume by, let's say, 13%. Okay, and then we're gonna hit apply. Before hitting apply, I'm gonna tell you can preview your effect in here, and this toggle on and off button shows you the effect, the sound without effect and with the effect. You can preview your effect on the audio form before even applying it. Also, there are some presets that you might be interested in using, so let's apply it, and you can see that how this audio waveform amplitude change. As you can clearly say that the volume and the audio form amplitude level change. Now let's play it and see where our decibel level or this meter reaches. As you can see, it clearly reached about -6 or -7 or something, this range. So this is one way of applying effect and getting your result, but let me tell you that this way of applying effect is a destructive way. There is an asterisk sign against the name of our audio track, but if I saved it, it will permanently alter that audio track inside my hard disk. Adobe Audition, if you already do not know, that its workflow is a destructive one. It does not make any copies for the work. If you don't want to be destroyed or do not want your voice to permanently change, then you must always keep a second copy of the stuff that you bring in here and then apply effects and stuff on that. But that is the effect menu effects. Those are destructive, but there is a non-destructive way to work in Adobe Audition also. I'm going to Control Z that effect so we can go back to the lower decibel levels. Okay, can I play it once again? Okay, we have reached our lower levels again, and that is the application effects by the effect track. Effect track has its own presets, file edition, saving, deletion, and stuff. There are up to 16 effects that you can apply at one time to one audio track, and with these buttons toggle on and off their effect and mix and match, so which effect gives you what kind of result. You can check those out for your own. To apply an effect, hit on this triangle button, and the same effect menu that was available in the effect menu comes here. And now we're gonna go to amplitude and compression again and apply amplify again. As you can see, our decibel level is at 13 again. Once it's done, we just need to close this and it is applied. We can turn on and off it in here and adjust its input and output levels also. Input level suggests that how much we are the software, telling the software to input into the audio track. An output measure means that how much of that in the final version or the final product or the file that or the media that we're gonna get out, we want that effect to come out, stuff like that. Okay, now let's play it and see how much it has affected it. Remember that our current or without the effect level is this one, and with the effect it should reach -12. As you can see at -12 it reaches this -6 area. But you can see one difference in here, that the audio waveform amplitude level is still the same. It is not increased. When we applied the effect from here, it increased its amplitude level, then its voice and decibel levels in here increased. But when we have applied effect from the effect track, its waveform remains the same, but the sound has increased. Now when I turn it off, it will decrease, but the waveform still remains the same. As you can clearly see that the application of an effect on the audio track or audio waveform does not change it, alter it. That's why it's non-destructive. You are just testing these effects on them. If you want them to be permanently applied, you have to hit this apply button. But before talking about these options, let me talk to you about this slider. This slider is a very special slider. For example, when it is on 100%, it is set wet and dry. It means the application of this effect is 100%. But if we brought it to 0, then this effect will be 0% applied on it. But if we bring it to about 50, then the effect of this amplify effect on your audio track will be only 50%. Now when I play it, this track, you can see that from -7 or 6 area it will drop to between I think by half that its original effect was. As you can see, when we change the slider level, the effect level also change. So this level, the name might not be that intuitive, and they are a little bit odd, saying dry and wet. Actually, this is the intensity of the application of the effect on your audio track. So you can set these at that place. And there is this master toggle on and off button, which turns off all the effects, all the 16 ones, and turn them all on. So you can use this button also if you want to turn off all the effects and want to listen to your audio without it. Okay, with that said, this concludes this tutorial, in which I just wanted to tell you the difference between effects menu effects and the application of effects from the effect track, and how they are different, and how you can use the effect track to non-destructive workflow and use it to apply more than 16 effects and mix and match, and to try out different effects, that how they will work together with each other. With that said, I take my leave for today and hope to see you in the next tutorial, hopefully. Goodbye for now.